multiple times. Yeah? So, Drew, what are we doing again?
Finding center and radius.
We're doing completing the square. That's okay. We're going to do this first, so then we have to do it for the circle. It's going to be a little bit easier. So, complete the square. Method. So who loves factoring? Everybody. Okay, I guess just Ashley. I'm going to give you this. X squared plus 6x plus 7 equals 0. Okay. How would I factor this?
Something easy, because if it's just x squared, there's like a shortcut. I forgot.
Yeah, so like there's just a 1 out here. So that's it. So we have 1 and 7. We multiply these together and we just have 7. What are our multiples of 7? Yep, that's it. 1 and 7. Don't write this down yet. We're going to erase it in a second because it's not right. Okay, so we have 1 and 7. Can I add or subtract these two from each other? That gives me to a positive 6 and multiplies to a positive 7. I need, I think about it with the x method. I need a number that 1 and 7, it needs to multiply to 7 and add up to 6 because 6 is my b. So can I make these positive or negative in any way that would add up to 6 and multiply to 7? No, there isn't. Because if I made this a negative 1 to get to 6, this would be a negative 7, and we can't do that. So what would we normally have to do at this point? Can't factor. I got to use this big, long equation. What? Yeah, quadratic formula. Guess what? We're not doing quadratic formula. No one likes quadratic formula. It's long. We're not going to do it. There's an easier way to do it. Okay, now we can start writing. So, x squared plus 6x. And guess what? I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. Chill out, guys. Minus 7. Now, I left a space. I want you to do a plus blank. We got to add something there. Okay? Got to add something there. And guess what? Each time there's a method what we're going to add. It's not guessing. We got this. Okay. This equation is normally written like a x squared plus bx plus c equals 0, right? And the ABC are just numbers. Drew, there's a lovely seat right next to Ashley. I think you should go join and sit there.
I just need to breathe. I really.
Okay. Chill. It's okay. I'm going to make you say it out loud in a minute. So I don't think you want to say it out loud. Calm down. Okay. This number, what is my B in this side of the formula? What? 6. Yes. So we're going to take this 6. And so this is B, right? B over 2. So this is 6 over 2. And guess what? We're going to square it each time. Square it. So let's simplify this. So it's always B divided by 2 squared. Okay? So what is... Because this is how we're going to get this value over here, so it factors nicely. You're going to see in the end. It just makes it a nice formula so we can factor, and it's nice. Okay, what is 6 divided by 2, Carson? 3. And what is it squared? 9. So that's 9. This 9, I'm going to put it in 2 spots. I'm going to put it with my blanks are. My blanks are. So this is going to be 9. Okay, I should not have done the circles. This is 9, and this is my 9. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it down here, just so I have room. Vincent, what is negative 7 plus 9? So I have 9 in total. I subtract 7 from it. How much do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got how many left? 2. Yeah, so I have 2. Okay. Let's factor this side. It is nice now, I promise you. Let's factor it. What can I factor this into? 3 and 3. Yes, so x plus 3. X plus 3. Hey, isn't this just the same thing twice? So, Camille, how can I rewrite if I multiply the same thing twice? Yes, x plus 3 squared equals 2. And guess what? We're done. That's where we stop for this problem. You can keep going and solve it for x, and then it would just be what you would have done for quadratic. But for doing the circles, we just stop here. Okay, this 3. Where else did we see a 3? Carson, you even said this 3 earlier. Where did you see this 3? A 3. Where's a 3 above here?
3 squared.
Yeah, right there. So this is always going to be x plus b divided by 2 squared. Always going to be b divided by 2. Yeah? Okay. We're going to do another one. Let's do x squared. Let's do 2x plus 12x plus 10 equals 0. What's up, 2?
So do we, what is the, so equal for the orange one?
Mm-hmm.
Last two, is it equal to the top one or is it the bottom one?
This is the answer. This is the method down below. Yeah. Okay, do you want to try this one on your own up on the boards? Yep, okay. We know our groups. Same groups. Go up. So, Camille and Maylene, what was similar to the problem I gave you and to the first one we did? Yes, they do have numbers. Yes. Okay, what was different? Yes, they were y's. And guess what? In my equation of my circle, I also have y's. So this, we are going to be using completing the square to find the center and radius of a circle. So use completing the square method to find center and radius of a circle. Wow. Do you want to keep with the same problem you guys were doing on the board? Yeah, okay. Then let's do x squared plus 6x plus y squared plus 2y. I'm going to do minus 4. It's going to be the same thing as before. I just want to do it like that. Okay. What's the first thing I did for completing the square and the other problem? Yep, so I moved the negative 4. I moved it on the other side. And then I added some spaces, right? Did I add spaces? What do you want to do next, Lily?
Like, what should I fix about that?
Remember when I added those blanks?
Yeah.
Did you add those blanks or did you just solve?
No, I added this.
Okay, where do you want to add those blanks? Okay, yep. So after the y's, and we're going to also add one right after the x's as well. So I'm going to have two blanks now. So I have x squared plus 6x, just add a blank, plus y squared plus 2y, and add a blank as well, equals 4. And then I'm going to add those two blanks over there. So whatever this circle is over here, whatever this number turns out to be, we're also going to add it over here. And whatever this is going to be over here, we're going to add it over here as well. So we got to figure out what is the green circle and what is the red square. And how are we going to do that? What method are we going to use? Yep, completing the square. So, Carson, if we're looking at just my x's right now, what is my b? 6. Okay. Drew, what do I have to do to that b? By 2? Yep, and then what? Square, perfect. So this would be 3 to second power, which equals 9. So I'm putting my 9 in all of my green circles. Vincent, can you do the same thing, but for my y's? What would my b be here? So it's just the 2. So just take that number right there. So 2, and what do I do to the 2? Yep, divided by 2 always, and then I have to square it. Okay, so inside that would equal 1 squared. What is 1 squared? 1, perfect. So I'm adding that 1 there, and 1 to the other side. I'm just completing the square twice. Doing it to the x's, then doing it to the y's. Okay. Now I'm going to bring it down, everything down. Shortcut, or do you guys want to factor? Okay. What would my shortcut equal to this side? X plus 3. So it's just what b? Yes. So it's just b divided by 2 always. So it's squared. Yep. Okay, Raylene, what would this one be? What is b squared in this one? Yeah, 1. And then I square it. And that equals what on the other side? Drew, what does this all add up to?
14.
Yeah, 14. That looks surprisingly like the equation of a circle. Yeah, Ashley, what's up?
Like what we did for x plus 3 squared plus 4 y plus 1 squared, we just plug in the b for the value.
B divided by 2.
Yeah.
So I write it, shortcut. It's always going to be x plus whatever b divided by 2 was, squared, plus y. But these are two different b's. I'm going to call this b1 and b2. Squared equals something. Let me write that better. And I just erased half that problem. So this was the first b1 divided by 2, and this was the second one. We're doing our y's and our x's. So b1 divided by 2 and b2 divided by 2. A little subscript. Okay, this looks a lot like my equation of a circle. Who can remind me what my equation of a circle is? Mhm. Y minus k, yes. Y minus k squared. This is the same format as this one right here. My h and my k are my centers. H and k. What is my h and k in this equation right here?
3 and 1.
Very, very close. It's 3 and 1, and this is negative over here, so these are negative or positive numbers. Yep, negative. So negative 3 and negative 1. Carson, what is my radius?
The radius would be 14.
So close. So it's r squared equals 14.
Set. Wait. Was 4 square root of 14?
Yep, so radius equals square root of 14. So whatever this number is, we set equal to r squared, because that's what's on the equation of the circle. Want to do one up on the boards? Yeah? We're going to do one up on the boards. Did we get that in our notes? Yeah? Okay. Example for boards. Let's do x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 8y plus 16 equals 0. So we're going to group x's together, group the y's together, and do completing the square twice. I want you to identify center and radius of the circle. No, up on the boards. I'm just thinking if I want to switch to groups. Camille and Lily switch groups. Okay? Okay. Go up on the boards.
Come here and I'll show you. We could just shortcut it a lot. See how this is the x? This would just be 6 over 2.
I was trying to get there, but then
6 over 2 to 3 squared. X plus 3 squared. And this we could just simplify it. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4 squared. So x equals 4 squared. And then what's minus 16 on both sides? Minus 16. So equals negative 16 right now. But what's 4 squared? 16.
that's just
So plus 16.
That's how I started.
So these will cancel. And then what's 3 squared? Because this will be the y. Let's divide. So you divide whatever this equals 3 goes down. Whatever this equals for y would be 4 goes down. But then you multiply these, which would be 9, 16. You want to add those and whatever this is, but it'd be negative because you get up that side.
There's something missing in here.
I know it's not this, but I'm fixing it.
Do me a favor really quick, like you added the numbers, right?
Mhm.
Boil out the one on the left and see, like you didn't rearrange it, which is fine. But you should be able to get x squared minus 6x plus something, right? Like I think
Yeah.
that's something, boil that out for me, the
Oh.
x3, and see if you get the right thing.
Plus 9, right? So then you would
Like, I think, and you even did the 9, like you added.
you would
9 to both
minus it
sides.
though. It would be negative, right? And then
What's changing? Like about yours.
you would add them all together, but it would all be negative.
So no, let's not change that part. So walk me. So you're skipping a bunch of work, which I think is okay. I'm gonna write your middle line, or you write this for me. Like I'm okay with this, and we'll just do it here. It's weird that it's gonna be like this, but you rearrange this in your head, I think, right? So I good. I'm fine with that.
And then we divided it by 2. Oh, but we divided it by 2, that's what that. Yep, and then over here, we took the b, divided by 2, so we got 1.
So it was and it was 0 on this side initially. So
It would be
let's
negative 16
why?
because you minus 16 on both sides.
So careful. Why do you think you want to like walk me through how come? I'm gonna change this. This was 0 first, right?
Yeah.
Write 0 here for me.
That's one.
And then
It's okay,
which
I got
which
lost.
things did you guys introduce into this? Like that has things that weren't there originally. I want you to change into purple. And there's a reason that I want you to change these to purple, and we're gonna see it. Okay, algebra says that if I add something to one side, it's allowed, so long as what?
So long as something's added to the other side.
Good. What, like the reason I made you do it in purple, what did you add to the left side?
The left side.
Yep.
16.
And?
9.
So what do you think you should add to the right side?
16 and 9.
Good. And like just writing this step is super helpful. And then show me the shortcut, because I think you guys used a shortcut. I assume you did based on your factoring, but show me how you are thinking about your shortcut. Like how do you go from this trinomial, 1, 2, 3, to this in like instantly?
I just did 6 divided by 2, so 3. 8 divided by 2, 4. And then,
So careful, let's fix this, so that's a minus 6, right?
oh,
But that's okay, I just want to show you something. For the factoring parts, how's your factoring? So the shortcut here, and I'm gonna present the same idea, like this is just a different way to think about it, we're gonna do the same thing. Once you've found that this is a 9, which is the hard part of this problem, we now ensure that this is a perfect square, which means it's gonna factor really nicely.
mhm.
And I'm gonna show you the way that I think about the factoring, we're gonna find a mistake in this. What's the square root of this?
Square root. X.
Write it right here. And every time this will work, and I'm sure that, what's the square root of that one? The last term, so I'm just looking at this 3. Careful, nope, let's just do this.
Oh, space.
And there's a reason I'm doing this. Okay, so there's these square roots, which you guys have these, right? Now, here's my issue. If I FOIL this out, I'm gonna get x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. Plus 3x plus 3x is not that. So here's the trick. If you want to factor this, you can group it, just so you know, like there's a bunch of different ways, but the shortcut for these, once you've made that number, square root, what's the sign here?
Negative.
Just write that down there. And then, like, we put that back because I didn't mean to erase it. And then parentheses and squared. And then, so we've dealt with all these, right?
Yeah.
What's the other symbol right before y squared?
Plus. Or
What don't you have? There you go. And then we'll just check to see if this one's factored correctly. And Vince, I'm gonna make you do this one. Square root of this. And that? Try again. Good. So here's a y and a 4. And then let's pretend that we hadn't done that yet. What part do I look at here to get this signed? Is it because you look at that? It's that term on that middle term. There's your plus. So now my follow-up that I assume you guys, yeah. So now finish it. Find you the center and the radius.
that would just be, we just plug it all in. So we could just start by, okay, whatever. Let's do 20.
Square root of 25.
would be 25 equals x minus 3 squared plus y plus
Do you know why you
squared. So you just do this. You do 5 squared because what's square root of 25? 5. Then you would.
How's your short term? How are you guys going from this line right here to this?
So
Walk me through that.
Blanks, finding blanks would be like.
we just do radius
So what it is, my B and B is.
equals 5.
So let's take out the 4, and I agree with that. That's how
And
you do
then
it.
also the center is just you would switch these. So the center would equal
Okay. And I'm good with that. So if we do this, and I'm not gonna change
center would be
here, I'm gonna show you the way that I.
positive 3
The way that I think about things
negative
is
4
once we.
because you just switch the signs.
What's the square root of this?
Yeah, but why you like.
So there's
Pretty
y.
sure.
What's the square root of this?
Like that's.
2.
So 6 divided by 2 is 3.
So I get that every time. Now let's do the same thing here. I'm gonna make your rate
I think that's it.
The next line is y.
I like it. What about my radius? 5?
5.
Okay.
So
You see that problem at the top of that board?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your next one.
and then just the x, because we're gonna do the whole thing. You're gonna see y. And then what's the square root of this number? Leave that x. Okay, so 0. And then what have we said in second? Does this feel like
Vincent,
a
can you
silly
write
thing to
the
write?
problem at the top of your board?
Could you, if I said what's 5 plus 3 squared, you're probably not gonna, or sorry, 5 plus 0 squared. You're probably not gonna do that if you know 5 squared. What's e squared? Which is why we had this.
That's your shortcut. Okay, so this is my shortcut. So what would
You would
X something
let's do the y first. So 4 divided by 2
How do you do it? 0, 2.
equals 2.
So above it was X.
Squared. Equals 4.
The one thing I just wanna show you guys.
Then
You guys read.
0 divided by 2 equals 0.
If you wanted to, direct x minus 0.
0 squared equals 0.
Like, that's where that would be a little bit more clear. If you don't
So
need to, don't write it.
let's rewrite it. X squared plus
I don't know.
y squared
Like a challenge problem, if students have one problem.
minus 4y plus 4. Here we can make that a different color. And then equals, you would have to, if we added 4 on this side, you'd have to add 4 on the other side. So it'd be 29. X plus 0 squared
Very curious.
parentheses squared. You have to bring that square out, yeah. And then plus y
Is that your root 29?
Plus
or your
4.
41?
That's my root 29.
equals
What's
29.
root 29?
The radius.
No, like what is root 29 approximately?
Is this right, Miss Charlotte?
Can you check around the room?
I was gonna say the same thing, but I appreciate that.
I was waiting you were gonna say yes.
Oh,
I would have to look at it.
so it'd be 2, not 4.
Why?
Because we did, you have to, it's b divided by 2, not b divided by 2 squared.
Oh, I did do positive. Am I gonna do that? Yeah. Okay,
Is it
equals-
negative?
So now state.
It's
if you have the
negative.
same thing there.
It's negative.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think so.
What's negative?
It'd be-
Your center and radius.
Center radius would just be
How did you graph it?
You can do this.
You want-
You
So
don't need
not
it.
what did you graph look like? How did you
What's
graph it?
negative 16 plus
I
positive
did a
16?
circle.
just be
like
29 squared. Whatever this number is, squared would be the radius. And then center
So I just went 5 down the radius.
Okay, so.
Yes,
equals
so
just
x,
But
y,
as like-
always be x, y.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show you.
And
Oh,
So it's gonna look very different.
Oh.
Like
It would
your
be the
circles, you're
opposite.
saying we're
yes,
just-
if you make
zero,
that
two.
more
it'd
accurate.
still just be 0
Point.
plus 2.
So check it out. I'm at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You believe that that's 5.3 high. And then check this out. 1,
Is this right, Miss Sweet? The radius and center?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it is time to go, but I also got to give you homework. There is homework, and I didn't even pause this video. Okay, homework. 9.3, page 408. Chody, don't forget your homework. 23 to 35 odd. And if you want a late homework pass, do 38. Late homework pass. And thank you, Ashley, for telling me time was up. I'm used to a bell. I really am. I need to stop putting the bell on my phone. Yeah. Oh, I caught that. Good job. I got scared.